Concentrating too much energy on the physical aspects of life can create survival-based fear, which leads to stress and nervous tension. Remind yourself that you are more than just physical. You are an emotional, mental, and spiritual being. Take time to check yourself on all of these levels and get in touch with those aspects of yourself that you have a tendency to set aside. Explore the possibility of introducing a meditation practice into your schedule in order to quieten the pace of your lifestyle. Hi, my name is Sue, and in 2018 I was diagnosed with multiple myeloma, and these videos are just my journey through living with this terminal illness, one that I was told is not cannot be fixed, but I want to be able to help others and myself through this journey. Sharing with others is something that I have never done easily, and so this is one of the reasons I do this, as well as someone out there may just be able to feel that they've been heard and understood. So this part of my journey, I do talk about counting the cost of a terminal illness. And last time, 2 weeks ago, I spoke about the physical cost. And something that we often don't figure and look at is the cost of time. And we can focus, as I read earlier, so much on the physical that can really weigh us down. And we do become filled with fear because in the physical realm, my body is breaking. That's my truth, and it's terrifying. So to be able to balance that out in other ways is very good. So talking about time and counting this cost, having an illness that debilitates physically, whether it's through through pain, bone pain, muscle pain, joint pain with rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, which can cause extreme exhaustion. I can't actually think of what else it does, but I do believe that there is also, it hinders you, right? And most people with a terminal illness or with a autoimmune disease, any of those diseases that really just take our breath away, they impact on our time. I'm going to moan for a while, but before this, I led a very active life. I was a principal of a preschool, which is part of my profession, teaching. I had a full-time business, Essential Herbal Products. We were going to markets, carrying heavy boxes every week, waking up early, working until lunchtime, coming home, getting on with other stuff, running a household, running Airbnbs, a lot of physical work, a lot of activity. So that was what I was used to. And then along comes this body that then decides to break down. And you can see how I dissociate and call it this body. It's my body, and I've got to claim that, and I've got to learn to love it. But time becomes the issue. As I've said in previous videos, the limitation of needing to wake up on time in order to make sure I'm ready for a meeting, having to schedule meetings after a certain time in the morning to make sure that there's enough time for me to shower, do my meditation, which keeps me calm, sort out the pain by doing gentle exercise. All of that takes time. And so I'm only able to say start working from 9:30. And then by midday, my body is exhausted, but it's also a lot of pain, physical again, you see. And then I have to just lie down. I cannot do anything. And before I know it, I've slept for 3 hours because I can't anymore. I can't cope. So it does take time. Being able to, the other part of time that it takes is if I drop something on the floor, it has to remain there until someone comes to visit who can pick it up for me. If my back is really sore, it takes me longer to feed Gus, and I have to put his food onto a system. I've got like a long-handled pan that I have to lower down in order to give him his food. There's things that have to be put in place which are different, and they take time. So from having a good 8 hours a day or 9 hours a day of being able to be productive, I'm now down to about 4 hours a day that I can be productive. And then it is, finding time within this, because now I still have to make a living. There's still money to be made to pay bills, to eat, to dress myself, to feed my dog, to to survive, water, Wi-Fi. Everything costs money, right? So I've got to put the time in to be able to afford to do all this stuff, right? And so the frustration I feel with this, for me, time is a huge cost because I've lost so much time, right? Even time with my family. I have 2 little grandchildren, one 3, the other one is 22 months, about there for now. And I can't pick them up. I've got to spend limited time with them. My little grandson of 3, when they came and visited for 2 weeks from China, he came and lay on the bed with me and watched Super Wings because he wanted to spend time with Granny. But he knew that Granny couldn't pick him up, couldn't play with him. He would often ask for me to go outside. We'd take gentle walks outside, but he's a little active boy. So more time has been stolen. It feels like it's been stolen because of having this terminal illness. And then we look at the time of being able to balance my life. I'm a big proponent of body, mind, spirit, emotions. Everything needs to be cared for. That's my whole herbal business, is based on how am I eating? How am I spending time meditating? What am I doing to rest my body? What am I doing to activate my body? What am I doing for exercise? Living a well-rounded life for the normal person, and when I say the normal person, the person who is still actively well, we don't even think about it. We find the time and we are happy, that on this day we will take the time out and go for a trip somewhere. I've lost the privilege of a car because I can't drive gear or shift, as some people call it. And so I can't even get out the house that often unless someone else gifts their time to me and says, oh, come see, I'll take you out for coffee. Or how about we go out for a walk on the beach, So that again is time, but it's the gift of time that others are prepared to give. And then finding time to do something creative. Normally, when I'm in a funk and I'm feeling sorry for myself, as I am at the moment because I really am in a lot of pain. So doing something creative then becomes an issue. And I love doing Zen dollars. I love just that, being able to get into a zone and think of something creative and go with it. I love writing gentle haiku poems. I love, I've got a diamond dot given to me of a beautiful, it's huge, and it's I think it's got 2 sunflowers on it. But it's taking me forever to do because with that, I need to be able to sit for a while or stand for a while. And the body, what does it say? It says, too bad, so sad. You've got 30 minutes and then I am going to tell you enough's enough. So it then becomes a thing of, why do I even do it? Why must I even be creative when my body won't allow me? I used to love writing down dreams. I used to love uh, doing Reiki for people. That's all been taken away. You know, how do I find time for the creative side of me? With meditations and the spiritual side, I do I do every morning. I've got someone, we call ourselves, um, we sort of like sponsor each other, I suppose, is a word I can use here. And so we will do readings, we will do meditation, so that there's like a partner who holds me accountable. We do it over video call, but every morning that becomes a practice, a spiritual practice, which lasts about an hour. And that is time that for me, I believe is well spent. Because every morning, starting in a place of quiet and calming my mind, that time becomes time well spent. And so, I feel that this video, I am doing it without any reading because I do want to make it from the heart. Because most of us, when it comes to time, we remain in the physical realm. How much time do I have to make money? Do I have for my kids? Do I have to for cooking, for cleaning, for whatever it is that our lives take from us? But how much time do I also have in this world? You know, I can honestly say, having done a lot of work on it, that I personally am not afraid of death. If it comes, it comes. If it comes earlier than I would have liked it, it comes. But what I am afraid of is the time lost spent with loved ones. The time that if I die soon, I will have lost watching my beautiful daughters and their partners grow and develop into these incredible, incredible humans that I'm so proud of. Watching my 2 grandchildren grow and flourish, you know, I want to witness that. And, you know, my mom is 93. She's had a lot of time. And she says in her mind, she does not feel old. She wishes she could have as much time as possible to witness as much as possible. She never tires from learning and observing and visualizing. And that is time well spent. You know, I have a sister-in-law who spends so much time helping other people, giving of her time to others, and enjoying, appreciating the fact that she has the ability to do that. That is time well spent. So in this counting the cost of time, I want to say, just to round it all off, is that to look at how do I spend my time, how much of it is wasted, and can I see it as a waste, or must I just see it as part of my experience, my lived experience, and put in the factor of maybe this is time well spent, because it's I'm having to think about it. I'm having to put words to it. I'm having to visualize it, and not just walk through life unconsciously, which I think in many ways I was doing. So thank you for your time in watching this video, because that means the world to me as well. And I'd love to hear from you. Are there any ways that you feel that you either waste time, or you find that time gets away with you? How do you dish out your time during the day? How do you share out your time? Because we only have so many hours every day. How do we live them? I'm going to leave it on a question, and I want to say again, thank you. Thank you if you've got through this whole video. because this video for me is one of the most important ones. Every time my back goes into a spasm and I get the fear in me, I start to count costs. And talking about the cost of time really does bring it back to the gratitude I should be feeling for the fact that I can do a video. I can sit here. There's nothing wrong with my brain. There's nothing wrong with my mouth. And I want to use it to its fullest potential, not just to rant, but to really and truly bring about some kind of hope and a feeling of community with people who are also maybe stuck at home and whose lives have got smaller because time has been actually taken away because of the illness. So thank you for making it this far. Please, if I can ask you to like and subscribe. And if you hit the notification bell, it will tell you when my next video is downloading. I do try and do it every Sunday. I am taping this on Saturday, and that's just because my body has been playing tricks with me again this week, and I've been feeling very sorry for myself. And it's stolen time from me, or I've allowed it to steal this time. And maybe my body just needed to rest. So thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you at our next video next Sunday. Lots of love. Bye for now.